we have some toasting and crunching to do. We got a new one for me at least, which is Cinnamon Toast Crunch Churros. Apparently these already existed, at least maybe in 2019. I think basically the only thing that's different really is supposed to be the shape. I guess we're just gonna see how this stacks up compared to the regular Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Should be interesting to see, you know, because it does have just sort of the holes in it and whatnot. See if the milk can get in there and see what that does, make it softer or something. And then also just generally the extra surface area and being thicker than the squares. It'd be interesting to see how it goes. So I will say the plastic around this actually feels thicker than normal. Sniff wise, you know, pretty standard Cinnamon Toast Crunch. One thing I will say, like the variety in size is definitely there. I'm squeezing this with my fingers pretty hard right now and it has not broken. So looks to be rather sturdy. So I think my theory about this being potentially a much more crunchy endeavor than a classic, you know, square flake thing is gonna come true. I don't think there's too much else beyond that to talk about. I guess I should try one dry just to confirm the crunch. Yeah, it do be crunching. Let's, I guess, get some milk in this thing. There it is. Kind of weird. The spoon, like comparing the spoon to some of these pieces, I mean, pretty big. You can't, I feel like you're not gonna be able to get scoops of a lot of these. You can't really do that. Yeah, you can pick up a couple, I guess, like this. Oh wow, that is a much different experience. There's like a flip in the dynamic. The pieces definitely retain a crunch. It's the opposite. So, okay, rewind. Okay, regular Cinnamon Toast Crunch, right? Super cinnamony, super cinnamony. No, it's super cinnamony. But the flakes can kind of get a little soggy somewhat quick. I know they're not like frosted flakes, but I'm just gonna refer to them as flakes or squares. Whatever, you get my point. The squares will get soggy kind of quick. These almost feel the like exact opposite, where they will lose their cinnamony-ness much quicker, but they retain their crunchiness much longer. Now that's not to say they're not cinnamony at all, but I would say less than a normal, you know, flake scenario. It's not like a Captain Crunch, like you rip the top of your mouth open crunch. It's like kind of pillowy. I don't know, it's like kind of like fluffy in a way, but the initial like breaking through barrier is crunch. It's definitely good and it's definitely different. Of course, you got the classic, you know, sugar remnants that get stuck on the from the falling off, but definitely still good. Yeah, it's just like they retain their crunchiness way longer, and even when they've become sort of like in a soggy state, because of their rigidity, you still at least get like the initial crunch, and then it becomes much more pillowy and whatnot in the middle. Yeah, so it's like basically just the trade-off between the two. Certainly worth picking up if you see it. Just a different experience of something you're familiar with. I feel like that's all I can keep saying is that it's like, oh, it's just different. It's just different of the same thing. It's like you're living in an alternate reality. It's like an alternate universe Cinnamon Toast Crunch.